Hello friends, welcome back to our channel Exam Buddy. Now let's do our assignment for Air Pollution and Control Week 7 Assignment 7. So the first question is, which of the following is typically categorized as an immediate short-term health effect of exposure to indoor air pollutants? So these are the options, and now let's check the explanation. So explanation says immediate short-term effects. Some health effects may show up shortly after a single exposure or repeated exposures to a pollutant. These include irritation of the eyes, nose and throat, headaches, dizziness and fatigue. So the answer of our first question is C. Irritation of the eyes, nose, and throat. And now let's go to our question number 2. The acute health effects associated with carbon monoxide (CO) exposure are primarily due to what biological process? So these are the options. And now let's check the explanation. So explanation says health effects associated with carbon monoxide. Acute effects are due to the formation of carboxyhemoglobin in the blood, which inhibits oxygen intake. So the answer of our second question is B. Formation of carboxyhemoglobin in the blood, which inhibits oxygen intake. And now let's go to our question number 3. For the direct assessment of nitrogen dioxide NOx exposure, which type of passive sampler is better suited for short-term monitoring due to its faster sampling rate? So these are the options. And now let's check the explanation. So explanation says assessment of exposure to nitrogen dioxide. Tube type samplers are low sensitive samplers suitable for long term monitoring, whereas the badge type samplers have faster sampling rates suited to short term monitoring. So the answer of our third question is D. Tube type samplers. And now let's go to our question number 4. By far the most commonly used method for estimating air exchange rates within a building space is the, so these are the options. And now let's check the explanation. So explanation says monitoring of ventilation rate, tracer gas decay technique. By far the most commonly used method of estimating air exchange rates is the tracer gas decay technique. In this method, a tracer gas is released into the building space at one or more points, possibly with the use of fans. So the answer of our fourth question is D. Tracer gas decay technique. And now let's go to our question number 5. Which of the following describes a key distinction between the well mixed model and the partially mixed ventilation model used in simple analytical tools? So these are the options. And now let's check the explanation. So explanation says in a well mixed model, the concentration is especially uniform within the enclosure. In a partially mixed model, the concentration is non-uniform generally due to poor mixing. So the answer of our fifth question is C. In a well-mixed model, the concentration is spatially uniform within the enclosure. In a partial mixed model, it is non-uniform. And now let's go to our question number 6. Which three specific software program tools developed by researchers at the EPA are listed as the most popular used for indoor air quality modeling? So these are the options. And now let's check the explanation. So explanation says researchers at EPA have developed indoor air modeling programs tools to assist with understanding indoor air pollution. They include IAQX, ISVOC, PARAMS. So the answer of our sixth question is C. And now let's go to our question number 7. What is usually the most effective strategy for reducing indoor air pollutants and improving air quality? So these are the options, and the answer of our seventh question is D. Eliminating individual sources of pollution or reducing their emissions. Source control. And now let's go to our question number 8. How does ultraviolet germicidal irradiation work to reduce the viability of microorganisms? So these are the options, and now let's check the explanation. So explanation says ultraviolet germicidal irradiation UVGI air cleaners, given sufficient exposure time and lamp power, UV light can penetrate the outer structure of a microorganism cells and alter its DNA, preventing replication and causing cell death. So the answer of our eighth question is C. By altering the microorganism DNA, which prevents replication and causes cell death. And now let's go to our question number 9. The personal exposure case study was conducted by researchers from Japan and Mali, in which West African capital city. So these are the options: Dakar, Accra, Bamako, Lagos. So now let's check the explanation. The explanation says this study was carried out by researchers of Japan and Mali to characterize personal exposure to PM 2.5 in the city of Bamako in Mali, West Africa. So the answer of our ninth question is C. And now let's go to our question number 10. What was the primary device worn by participants to obtain information about their real-time personal exposure to PM 2.5? So these are the options, and now let's check the explanation. So explanation says to obtain information about personal exposure, each participant wore a palm-size optical PM 2.5 sensor. So the answer of our 10th question is C. A palm-sized optical PM 2.5 sensor. Now submit your answer. So friends, if you want more assignment answer in future, so you have to do one thing, you have to subscribe our channel. So thank you friends for watching our video.